welcome back to Let's Play the Legend of Dragoon. Hey, I got some new headphones, and they're nice. I'm a little bit, not really weirded out, but I'm getting used to the new sound. Like hearing my own voice, the monitoring, all that. But pretty sweet. I got a good deal. They were like $110. Normally like $240, or on sale for some reason. Highly rated, Sony's, Bluetooth, pretty sick. So yeah, see how this goes, eh? I can see here in my recording software that things are still coming through as they should. Yeah, all is groovy. Now to figure out where I left off. Let me take a peek in some of these houses and we'll see if they look familiar. Oh yes, I've been in here before. Once again, it dawns on me, as it does every time I record an episode of anything, I really should have reviewed my last recording before jumping into the current one. Well, this is just the library, so I don't think we're going to find much there. Certainly no Stardust. We've already explored pretty well. Maybe this guy has some advice. Oh yes, the ceremony's going on that we can't get into. That's fair. I'm okay with that. Wonder if we have to, spend the night in the inn to advance the day. Or something along those lines. Let's try talking to... Can I get to this guy? Yeah. Okay, he doesn't seem to have any plot progression. Hello. Okay, just praying for protection, I guess. This is the book guy, right? Yeah. Well, I've been to the library. Definitely found some pretty cool stuff. How about this way? Nothing over here, really. Yellow is the clinic, right? So that's just like healing. Status ailments. Don't have any of those. Yeah, I mean, let's spend a night in the inn and see what happens. I think I've come in here before. Yeah, I searched around this place. So if I stay a night, does that then advance the story enough that the ceremony is over now? Ah, I've just removed one of the earpieces halfway off my ear, like I used to do with my old headphones, and this is much better. No, that didn't do it. Well... Did I just trigger a cutscene? Oh, yes I did. Hello, Rose. No. Not yet. just want to jump in real quick. My mic is not muted or anything, I just don't have anything to say here. This is important to the story. I've said about all there is to be said about the crumminess of translation, so, you know, the rough grammar here and there doesn't hardly even faze me anymore at this point. Go figure. Dang, someone summoned the Seven Eyes cutscene dragon in attack mode. Trouble is putting it lightly. Well, that was pretty terrifying, so I would say that's the one. Sounds good. Yet again, an audience with royalty. We're pretty much used to those by now. Sorry, Shauna. Don't mean to kick you to the curb or anything, but I do like having Meru in the party. And Hashel. I guess the ceremony's over. Whether it was done or not. That dragon was a pretty legit interruption. See what the guards have to say. I like how that first one kind of implied that they can't fight something like a dragon, which makes perfect sense, of course, don't get me wrong. Oh, there's an item here. But it's like, we can fight humans. We can even fight beasts of the forest. Pregnant pause. Fill in the blanks, friend. They're not going to fight a dragon. They're just humans with metal over their skin. And another piece of pointy and or sharp metal in their hand. There's not a lot that can be done against something of that magnitude. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna look at some items here. Certainly don't need to heal. I need to find something I can get rid of out of my inventory, though. Oof. How about discard? Used items. Oh boy. This better be worth it. If that was not worth it, I didn't need another angel's prayer. Oh well, so be it. I say that, and now watch the next battle I get in. It's gonna like serve me up 3 or 4 KOs, and I'll be really happy to have all those angel's prayers. That would be very funny. Oh, okay. Well, sounds like maybe going this way is a good idea. This one's just money, right? Oh, it's equipment. Holy onk. Let's see what that is. Let's go to the list. And if we zoom all the way to the bottom, not the bottom, there we go. Revives from death with a given probability. So if you get KO'd, you might revive, if you have this equipped. I think I would rather just equip something that prevents me from dying in the first place, or helps prevent, such as increased defense, evasion, stuff like that. You know, the usual, the stuff that I always put on my characters. Smells wonderfully nutty, but it's not stardust. Stardust. Oh, what did that say? Okay, 3rd time's a charm. It's a very old painting. 3rd time was the charm, but that dialogue box was hardly worth reading. It's not interesting at all. Can I talk with you guys? Hello? Hello? There we go. That man has a good point. He also has a good point. Alright. I was your strategy against the dragon, but if you're gonna send me away, bye. Can't go in there. The fireplace in the castle is completely different. How so? They're both holes in the wall that you burn wood in, and there's a pipe that takes the smoke away. How is it different? Yes, dragons are dreadful. I think that's a fairly widely accepted sentiment in RPGs, when these giant fire-breathing lizards come out of the sky and rain havoc down upon the thatched roof cottages like they're Trogdor or something. Nobody likes to get burninated. We just like to hear a song about it later. This Trogdor didn't even come in the night. Man, it's the middle of the day. again, I know I've said all that there is to be said about the grammar and such in this game, but like some of these NPCs, okay, this one's fine, like exclamation point, question mark, 2 exclamation points. But if we go back to this one, if that monster attacks us, there will be nothing left in this city. I guess that's fine. But her first dialogue was just like an exclamation, but with a period. So it's just like, oh no, what will we do? That was a real dragon. Ah, help me. I mean, that's not exactly what she said, of course, but you get my point. Don't be afraid to use 1 or 2 exclamation points in a cheesy JRPG like this. Come on, come on. It's not impossible. Didn't you just see it with your own eyes? Okay, wait a minute. Stop saying that. Thank you, First Sacred Sister Miranda. Don't say it's impossible for such a creature to exist when literally everybody has reported it, has seen the same thing. And even the people who don't exaggerate are telling you that the exaggerators are telling the truth this time. Ah, yes, Miranda. A name I can never hear the same after watching Firefly, and particularly the movie Serenity. Miranda. And then she goes absolutely bonkers. If you know, you know. If you don't, then please do yourself a favor, go watch the series Firefly followed by the movie Serenity, and then I recommend you read the comic series afterwards. One of my very favorites. It is, you might say, shiny. Rose, is that a joke? Is Rose telling japes now? I don't think she's said a funny thing this entire game just for the sake of being funny. I mean, it's black humor and sarcasm, or dark humor, I guess is the right word. But, that was like jokey. No wonder he's cranky. Well, we're talking about the monster that was sealed there. Obviously, he's not any longer. No. Sorry. Dragoons can do it. There you go. Now, most of us are humans. We do have one Giganto among us. And the rest of the party doesn't know it yet, but we've absolutely got a Wingly here too. Hopefully you guys watched the last episode. Or not, the heroes from the Dragon campaign, minus one of us, Rose, I seem to believe that she's 11,000 years old, but I haven't finished this game, so I don't actually really truly know. But the rest of us are not the dragoons from then. Those ones have perished. We are all fairly recently chosen by the dragon spirits to be new dragoons. In fact, one of them is on their second dragoon of the past year. Rest in peace, Lavitz. I miss that guy. Albert's fine, don't get me wrong, I like Albert as a character, but man. Lavitz stings as much as Aerith did the first time I played Final Fantasy VII. Let me tell you a quick story. First time I played FF7, I had no idea that Sephiroth kills Aerith. Whoops, spoilers, the game's like 30 years old, get over it. She was my only healer, and I didn't really understand slotting materia very well. So after Aerith went bye-bye, I couldn't advance any further in the game because I didn't have enough healing. I don't know what I did wrong. I was young, I was a teenager. I was new-ish to JRPGs, certainly new to anything more complicated than Final Fantasy V, and hey, here I am on 7, right? And I had to quit. First time I played Legend of Dragoon, Lavitz died. I got Albert. Albert wasn't the same as Lavitz. I didn't like the playstyle. I quit. Yeah, the teenage years were, I should have done better. So this is why I'm coming back and doing better. Okay, story over. I guess just the point is when a main character died in RPGs back then, it generally would make me quit the game. Not anymore. In fact, I'm playing this strategy RPG. It's quite a mouthful, but it's called Utawareru Mono, Prelude to the Fallen. It's the first in a trilogy. I think it's actually the second or third one that came out, but it's the prequel, so you should start there and then, if you're going to play them all. One of my favorite characters died, not even during a battle, just... It's not a permadeath kind of game. It's not Fire Emblem, it's more forgiving than that, but during a cutscene, the friggin' whole village got slaughtered, him and his wife. It's like, oh, man, I liked that guy. The strategy guide that I've been reading for it said to stop using him after a certain point. And when I got to that point in the story, well, he went back to the village. He's no longer fighting in the front lines. He's needed at home to lead the farmers and teach the new farmers how to raise the crops and blah, blah, blah. It's like a rustic setting, you know, it's not, it's swords and medieval style and stuff like that. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, he just retires from fighting. Cool, thank you for telling me not to train him after his last actual in-battle scenario and waste time doing that. It's nice that he goes home to train the new guys and keep the village running. And then the village was ransacked a few chapters later, and everyone slaughtered. It's a dark game. Anyway, back to the story. Dragon Buster. Okay, so the Winglies have the Dragon Buster sword. Everyone else is like, how do you know about that, Meru? Oh, yes you did. Speaking of Lavitz. See, the Dragon Block Staff. What a name. It's like, why choose the word block? Block means too many things. I know Minecraft didn't exist when this game was made, but we still had building blocks. You know, Lincoln Logs and stuff. Are Lincoln Logs still a thing, or am I just dating myself here? Anyway, why didn't they call it the Dragon Sealing Staff? Or something. Something sound a little cooler. Got the Dragon Buster. That's cool. And the Dragon Block Staff because it blocks dragons. Come on. That's just... it frustrates me. Yeah, you seem to know something, Meru. What do you know? Tell us, Meru. Who are you? Did you see that last dialogue box? There was a period after for Sacred Sister Miranda. Goodness. Okay, we go back and look for Shauna. Who's ready for a plot twist? I think this is where it happens. We're getting really close to where I was last time I ended a playthrough early. Because this upscale version came out. This way? And what is this place? Real weird random thing to have in a castle. It's in pretty good condition for being 10,000 years old. They must dust it every weekend. Yep. There's your plot twist, ladies and gents, and everyone else. Guys and gals and non-binary pals, we're getting us a new white silver dragon. I know something you don't know, Shauna. I am a dragoon, and you are not. A little bit of a reverse Rafiki for you there. Man, I should watch Lion King again, and then watch Lion King 1.5. After that, I've heard that the second movie's good. The Lion Guard series was pretty good. But Lion King 1.5 is absolutely hilarious. So that rock gives you armor that lets you fly, and a Sailor Moon-esque transformation. As one of my viewers said last time, yes, Miranda, we've gone from Sailor Chibi Moon to Sailor Moon. So we'll have to take a look at Miranda's transformation sequence when we can. Oof. Oh, I feel that line. Or paragraph. This one hits my soul. This is a kind of attitude that I used to take when I was younger. You don't really mean what you say when you say this kind of stuff. Or perhaps what you're saying is you're used to this thing that sucks, but that doesn't mean that you want to, or that you enjoy it, or that you're even okay with it. Just that you'll get through it, no matter how little everyone else cares. But also, you know they care, and they can't really do anything. So it's a pickle. It's a pickle. Okay, well, Miranda inherits literally everything from Shauna, so we're going to leave our party formation as is. However, we will take a quick look at Shauna, take a quick look to make sure that all of Shauna's armaments have come over. Yes, that all looks correct. Okay, great. And then, just FYI everyone, she's the same, no additions. She uses a bow and arrow, just like Shauna. And let's see here. Meru still needs to work on hammer spin. Hashel's got a lot of work to do on summon 4 gods. And Dart is about halfway through Madness Hero. Okay, so we're all good as far as party configuration goes. As far as feelings go, man, my heart really goes out to Shauna in this part of the game. I hate that. I hate that a lot. Because I've been there, not with magical transforming dragoons, but with people leaving you behind and half-heartedly apologizing for it. But, like, there's no way they could bring you, and so you get kind of passive-aggressive. And man, I don't know. There's more than I can put into brief words, and y'all ain't therapists. Well, maybe some of you are. I don't know my audience that intimately. But I'm not here to tell my life story in therapy level details. So we'll leave it at that. Alright, it's time for us to go find the Evergreen Forest. We found the Evergreen Forest. Battles. 1 battle per screen. That's my policy. Oh. It's just this little... Okay, well, this will be quick. Not as quick as I thought it was going to be. Holy cow, now we're missing. Okay. You know what, Dart, you don't need to have a turn. Meru does. Oh, I was early. Oh, this will be quick. Yeah, it's not quick. Oh, and I missed the counter. That fight was a whole mess. Alright, into the forest with us. It was at this point, I think, in my last playthrough, after I picked up Miranda, that I did a whole ton of level grinding. Also, I just violated my policy, didn't I? Did not get in a battle on this screen. He goes again. Got everyone up to Dragoon level 4, all of that good stuff. I might take some time to do that between episodes. I have not decided yet. We'll see how the next few battles play out, if I feel like I need to put in some extra work or not. Okay, that's one down. I do know that these stupid birds use the charm status, so I don't want to get charmed. I'm going to go ahead and have Dart attack. Well, I was hoping Dart would one-shot. And there's charm. Now Meru's going to attack the party. Fan-friggin-tastic. And there's really nothing you can do. Oh, well, I mean, I could use a mind purifier. Alright, this is getting stupid. Come on. At least Hashel's getting spirit points out of it. Even if they hit themselves, they're not cured. So annoying. Okay, no more wooing. Hey, they both broke out. Excellent. I think if you kill the target that cast the charm, it breaks, but I'm not positive on that. Anecdotal evidence would suggest so, however it's not empirical and it has not been proven on this channel, so don't take my word for it. Here, Hashel. You got roughed up, buddy. You need this. Oh, I hit the right button, but I was too slow. Gotta be faster than that. You know, I wonder if I missed a hammer upgrade in the last town. I'm not gonna run back right now, though. It's fine, we're doing okay. Oh, we got a healing fog for our troubles. Also got a few addition hits and some SP gain, so, you know, all in all, a worthwhile fight. What's up this way? Can I go this way yet? Yeah. Okay. To the north, then. Except I, once again, did not get in an encounter. Blah, blah, blah. Tripping over my words. Once again, I did not get into an encounter on this screen. There we go. I think I was early on that second hit. Oh, man. I got way out of practice on counterattacks. I'm spoiled by hammer spin and, well, Kongol in general. Your weekly reminder that hammer spin cannot be countered, and none of Kongol's additions can be countered. I hit X instead of circle. Cross instead of circle, excuse me. On a PlayStation controller, it is not the letter X, it is a cross. Which is apparently important for their copyright. Just like how there's no such thing as a Nintendo. It was called the Nintendo Entertainment System. You did not own a Nintendo. You owned a Nintendo product that was called the Nintendo Entertainment System. And this is actually important to copyright law because Bayer, the company that produces aspirin, failed to distinguish aspirin from what it actually is. And now any, I don't even remember what it is. Whatever drug it is, anybody can call it aspirin because it was commonly known as that. And like Band-Aids, Band-Aid protects their intellectual property name, Band-Aid. It's Johnson & Johnson company. They're actually adhesive medical strips if you want to get technical. And Band-Aid is a brand. Only Johnson & Johnson can call Band-Aids, can call adhesive medical strips Band-Aids. Anyone else has to call them something else. Kleenex. And they're facial tissues. Only whatever company owns Kleenex can call them Kleenexes. But this is what we know this stuff as, at least in my neck of the woods. We don't say, can you hand me a facial tissue? say, can you hand me a Kleenex, please? You know? And so in the 80s and 90s, Nintendo was pretty adamant. Like, they'd put out little little advertisements to full-page advertisements in gaming magazines to say, remember, you don't have a Nintendo. You have a Nintendo Entertainment System. Really interesting copyright protection type stuff. Because imagine, if they hadn't protected that, you could have your Nintendo Entertainment System, and you could have your Super Nintendo, and your Nintendo PlayStation, which actually was almost a thing, and you can have your Xbox PlayStation, or your Nintendo Xbox, and your Nintendo, I don't know, Jaguar, your Nintendo Ouya. What other gaming consoles are out there? And they wouldn't be owned by Nintendo, but they'd be called Nintendo, just like that drug, whatever it is called aspirin, even though aspirin was originally a trademarked brand name. And now it's a colloquialism.
Take that! Summon 4 gods! Yes! Go!
There it goes. I was thinking that thing was kind of heavy on the hit point pool. We're all good now. Oh, nailed it. Ah, got it that time. That felt good. Also, friendly reminder, as we're using hammer spin, you may see Meru in some compromising poses. A, she's made up of polygons. Relax. B, she's 16 years old. She's a child. She's having fun with a hammer and falling down. And that's the end of it. Don't any of you dare think anything else. Shauna and Miranda, on the other hand, are over 18. Well, 18 or older, so think what you will of them. And all the boys, too. Hey, Rose is like 11,000, if that's your thing. Let's just throw out some, well, not throw away, but hand out some HP recovery. We'll be wrapping it up here in just a few minutes. I noticed that we're approaching the 1 hour mark.
Yes! Go!
Madness Hero is always faster than I think it should be.
Take that! Summon 4 gods!
There we go. Nailed it that time. Yeah. That's 2 successful counters in a row. I know there was a one time it got countered, one time it didn't, one time it did. I'm just saying that of the last 2 counters, I've successfully done both. That's feeling pretty good. Okay, the music changed. Cutscene time. You could just bust out the wings. Yeah, we don't discriminate, man. Look at our motley crew. We're made up of everyone under the sun. That's a great sentiment. Meru's Meru, right? Yeah. That's acceptance, friends. Doesn't matter, you know, your race, in this case, your gender, your orientation, your hair color, whatever have you. Like, just accept people, man. What's so hard about that? Just let them be who they are. And here comes the taboo breaker again. Please do. We would like an audience with him. Good call, Dart. The Bartle bosses. I assume there will be a boss fight with them eventually. I don't actually know. Never got that far. Excuse me, I never got that far. I am not enunciating well, so it's time to wrap it up. Let's go find ourselves a save point. It's not down here. Okay. This place. There we go. That's what I was looking for, was that little teleport spot. Hopefully I can use the save point before I go. Yeah, here we are. Okay. Well, that's it for this episode then. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like as it helps the video get seen and the channel to keep growing. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. I upload 3 different games a week. We Love Katamari Reroll, Legend of Dragoon, and Dragon Quest Builders 2. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications of when I upload a new video. Other than that, one more time, thank you so much, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye.